dear Tom won't be 2 minutes. Just popped round the grocer's, Mrs. Giles. P.S. Don't pick up Mr. Tebbit. He's not at all well. Oh, dear, the poor cat. PPO. PPS, help yourself to the bread pudding. Right. Lovely. Afternoon, ladies. You're looking wonderful as usual, Cynthia. And you too, Janet, my dear. Oh, Pamela. Oh. What's the matter with you, love? Those flaming cats been at you again, have they? Well, I'll have to take a few snippets off you, won't I, my lovely? Get off, you brute! Oh, Mrs. Giles. Ah, Mrs. Giles, I didn't hear you coming in.
No, obviously not. What have you been doing to my poor little Ramesses?
Oh, well, it wasn't my fault, Mrs. Giles. I mean, I just put my foot down, he savaged my leg.
No less than you deserve, Tom. I didn't let you build that conservatory just so you could desiccate my poor darling pussycat.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Giles.
I've got enough worry with Mr. Tebbit being off his fodder.
Is he very sick, Mrs. Giles?
Now, don't try and change the subject, Tom. Any more bother from you, and I'll have that conservatory of yours pulled down.
Oh, Mrs. Giles, you can't. I mean, what would I do with my plants? It's taken me years to grow them. I mean, I couldn't live without them.
Well, not many landladies would put up with all that weird greenery in their back passage.
Oh, yes, I know.
You want to shop around a bit and you'll find out.
So I'm very happy where I am, Mrs. Giles. And I know that you spoil me.
I see you've been at the bread pudding, then.
Oh, yes, yes. And it's delicious, too. You see, there's nothing to beat bread pudding when it comes fresh out of the oven.
It's not fresh out the oven. I baked it this morning.
Anyway, it's loving warm.
Well, I expect the cats have been sleeping on it. Now then, Tom, I want to ask you something very serious.
Oh, yes.
Is my wig on straight?
Oh, yes, yes. Just a little bit to starboard.
Now then, I want you to pluck up your courage. I've got some very bad news.
Oh, yes.
It's Robert. He's kicked a bucket again. I found him lying on his back in the stinging nettles.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Mrs. Giles. Are you sure he's dead this
Oh,
time?
yes, yes.
I mean, he could be hibernating again, no, like the last time you buried him. I mean, it took him 3 weeks to surface.
Oh, no. He's quite dead. I rustled his favourite lettuce and everything. Only this time, Tom, I don't want him buried.
No. You want him cremated?
No. I want you to stuff him.
Pardon?
It told you how to do it in that book.
What? The ancient art of taxidermy, how to stuff and preserve your favourite pets?
Yes.
Oh, well, Mrs. Giles, I mean, you're not serious. You can't be suggesting that I
don't see why not, Tom. It's all in that book, fully illustrated in colour.
But, Mrs. Giles...
Come on, Tom, I'm depending on you.
Look, I'm not sticking my hand in there. Or there.
Well, you know all about animals.
Oh, yeah, live ones, yes.
Now, look, when I let you build that conservatory, you promised you'd do anything for me.
Well, I know, but, I mean, stuffing a dead tortoise was hardly what I had in mind.
Oh, see?
So, Mrs. Giles, why do you want him stuffed?
For the party.
Party? What party?
Oh, I told you this morning, Tom. 6 years ago today, my grandson Billy left home to join the Foreign Legion.
Yeah.
So I thought tonight I would throw a little party in his remembrance. Just the three of us.
3 of us?
Yes, you, me and Robert.
Oh.
You see, I haven't got anything else to remind me of Billy, except his hiking boots. And I can hardly put them on the mantelpiece, can I?
No. Look, Mrs. Giles, you don't understand. You see, it needs special tools and chemicals. Anyway, it's my first day back at work, you know, and there's a lot to do running a park, you know.
But isn't there anybody else who could help you?
Just for two in their right mind is going to help me stuff a tortoise. I mean...
Well, what is it, Tom?
Well, it's very funny, Mrs. Giles, but I've just thought of someone who said he can turn his hand to anything. Mrs. Giles, you set the table for 3. Robert and I will be there.
All right, Tom.
Oh, good grief, what on earth do you look like? Humphrey Bogart in The African Queen.
Listen, I finished shifting that manure.
Oh, good. Well, when you finish your ablutions, I've got another little job for you.
All right.
Is you're really going to enjoy this one?
Oh, cracking. What is it?
I wanted to stuff that.
Where?
Stuff it as in preserve it.
You're joking, aren't you?
No, of course I'm not joking. And I want it done by tonight. It's all in this book.
Listen, are you sure you won't like me to take its appendix out, give it a quick brain scan while I'm about? What do you want it stuffed for?
No, it's not for me, you idiot. It's for my landlady, Mrs. Giles. She's holding a small remembrance party as Robert here as the guest of honor. Well, Mrs. Giles is, what can I say,
Mad.
Upset. Mad, indeed. Anyway, I can't hang around here. You just get on with it.
Tom. Thought you need special chemicals and things.
Oh, well, there's no time for that. There's a bag of ready mix down the compound. Anyway, I've got to get down the walk and plant those saplings, so you'll have that finished by tonight. Legs like a tandoori duck. Let's go. Don't you have a knock, Bodie?
No. You better get down by the tennis courts.
Why?
They're squabbling over who's on what court. I said you go down there and beat the living daylights out of them.
Look, you're a menace, you are, Bodie.
Oh, thanks very much, Tom.
Oh, yeah. And you, don't forget the tortoise.
What tortoise?
I've got to stuff it.
Oh, brilliant! Where?
Tom wants me to, you know, preserve it. Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's disgusting, that, isn't it? It's horrible. Stick your hand right up.
I can't do it. I can't do that.
No, well, don't. Don't, and don't tell him.
Don't tell him what.
Well, don't tell him you haven't stuffed it. He won't know, will he?
Of course he'll know.
No, look. One dead, unstuffed tortoise. One beautifully preserved, beautifully stuffed tortoise. Just give the shell a shine. I've got a tin of turtle wax in the car.
I stuffed it, Tom.
That's right. Tell the world. I just hope you've made a good job of it, that's all.
Oh, yeah. That book you gave me, it was dead easy to follow. Step-by-step instructions, you know. Only thing was I couldn't get his little head out of the shell.
But it looks all right. I mean, that's the main thing.
Oh, yeah. Big pink bow and everything. I've left it in your locker.
Well done, Max. Right, now give us a hand with this, here. I'll pull the tree tie and you knock the nail in. Now, come on. Come on, knock the nail in and watch me thumb.
Hey, I think she fancied me. You know, Tom, I really think I'm going to like it here.
In here, Tom! In here! Oh, Tommy, you're just in time. Oh, you've injured your thumb.
Yes, the hammer slipped during the autopsy. Anyway, I brought you a bottle of Habsburger.
Oh, Tommy, you did half spoil me. Now, come and sit down.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now then, where is my Robert?
Here's Mrs. Giles.
Oh, Tommy, he's beautiful. Oh, it must have taken you ages.
Oh, well, it was nothing, really. Just a piece of cake, actually. Oh.
To Billy?
Yeah, wherever he may be.
And Robert.
Oh, and Robert. And us.
Now, tuck in.
Oh.
Tuck in, Tommy. You deserve it. Was he very hard to stuff?
What? Oh, yes. Certain sections of him were quite complicated. But you don't want to hear the details, Mrs. Giles.
Oh, but I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, yes, well, after the autopsy, I had to remove certain organs before injecting the embalming fluid into him to stop the decay. And then the ready mix was prepared, which is injected to stiffen up the cranial cavity. It's a very difficult part.
It must have been.
And then to finish off with, I coated the shell with lacquer to give it a shine, and there you are. The walking tortoise.